Hey, 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 welcome to GT Champions once again. This is Chris Ball here. This is the final round of the BMW Cup in Lobby 4. It has been a busy weekend. This is broadcast number 3 for me this weekend, and with all of the other stuff going on in my life, it is a bit crazy, but I figured everybody needs a chance to see all of the lobbies from this final round, so we're going to do that. And we're going to get to it pretty quick. First, we got to, of course, make sure everybody is aware of HyPrix. This is the GT Champions HyPrix BMW Cup. So we got to make sure everybody knows about our HyPrix boys. So go check them out. Make sure that they get some love. HyPrix.com.mx. Also coming up this Tuesday, don't forget, we have the Gentleman's GP Challenge with J-Rod. It's the That's 70 show, so make sure you go check out the details in Discord because these races are super fun. These guys have so much fun, and I wish I could race in them, and I had time to do that, and it takes a lot of work running all this stuff, and I never get to sit behind the wheel much anymore. But I do get to broadcast these ones once in a while, so stay tuned for that. All right, so we are at Mount Panorama. It is the final round. There are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 cars on the grid for this race. We've got some amateur drivers in there, and we got a few drivers that missed last round, so they are down here in Lobby 4 to... I say down here like that's supposed to be some bad thing, but meaning there's less points available per position down here. So, in any case, let's get out to the track, and let's just get started with the race. On pole... We've got Shredda and PCR Tommy. Row 2 is Chevy and Lamb. 3 is Fry and Green. Then Little Mac and Chip Reese. You know what we could do? Yeah, let's do that because we did that before. So what I don't have up in front of me is the grid order. Wouldn't that have been a smart thing to do? I mean, I have some smarts. I just don't seem to have enough of them right when I need them. So let me let me pull this up really quick. Oh my goodness. All right, so hopefully I don't butcher any names. That apparently seems to be an issue with one particular person, but we won't mention who that is. All right, so there on the right is Shredda from VPR. Is this right? I'm not sure why Tommy is sitting on the second row. Oh, Big Red wasn't there. Okay, that makes sense. So there is Shredda, and on the front row right next to him is GTC Racing Videos. So he is in P2. Second row, we're going to have the RWB driver. Nope. That's Chevy. Yeah, that's Chevy. What? Okay. There's some people missing, that's for sure. There's Lamb. I think that's Lamb Visuals from one of the new drivers that's here. And I probably should have looked at all this stuff before. That should be Fry. And then right here, oh no, Green. This is a little bit, am I looking at the wrong round? Chevy should have been, I don't know what's going on. You know what? Anyway, there's a couple RWB guys. There's another RWB guy, 73. I think that is Little Mac. That I think is Chip Reese from VPR. Yes. This one should be somebody running a default livery. I don't know how that ended up here, but sometimes they get that way. Here is I think is that Tubes? I don't know who that is. And then there is Supermex. So there, that's the grid. Let's just watch the race, and we'll go from there. All right, and let's get back here. Oops, come on, camera, going too fast. Let's make sure nothing weird or wacky happens in turn 1, because it does happen. Ooh, somebody was a little late on the brakes, but so far everyone holds it together. So up to the front we go. Shredda takes off in the Z4. And he's got another Z4. He's got 2 RWB guys side by side heading up the lanes here. There is Fry and Chevy. There we go. Chevy on the inside. That's the car number 55, the Z4. That's Fry. Right behind them is Isonephilim, so that is Benjo right there. For some reason, he doesn't have his livery on his car. There's got to be some kind of weird connection issue because he prides himself on liveries. There is Tommy up into 6th. Wait, what just happened? Tubes went... Wait, what the heck is going on? Okay, why is that saying... Oh, that's Tubes. Where did... There he goes. Okay, sorry. So there is Benjo, then Little Mac, Tommy, Lamb. There is Super Mex, who's made his way up a couple spots. Green. Green back in 9th somewhere, and Chip Reese and Tubes. Okay, so at the top of the hill we go. Oh, someone's making a move. Chevy makes the move. Let's go back and check that one out. Chevy makes the move. Did Shredda tap a wall and maybe lose a bunch of speed? Probably coming out of this corner right there. Nope. Maybe he let off and got into the sand a little bit. Oh, yeah, he tapped the wall, and it was just enough. And around goes Chevy up into P1. This is awesome. I don't even know, like, who won. I know the race results. I put them together, but I did not remember how this one is. So, yay! I'm going to be a surprise like everybody. Shredda in P2, and look at that. Fry is all the way up into 3rd. There is a whole bunch of people coming out of Forest Elbow right now. Everybody's still close together. Little Mac right behind Benjo there. He's going to look to his... Get down the right. Benjo's just making that car 30 feet wide. This is going to be a tough one, but I think they're going to make it work. A little bit of lag, but it's working up ahead. The guys are still together. Oh, this is going to be tough. Hanging it out there. Benjo's going to keep the inside. Oop. Little taps, little taps. They made it through. That was... Some interesting work in the corner, gentlemen. Interesting work. All right, so Chevy's going to come across the line. He takes the lead. Lap 1 belongs to Chevy. Shredda falls to 2nd. Fry still in 3rd. Here comes Little Mac and Benjo, Lamb, Tommy, Green, Supermax, Chip Reese, and Tubes. So everybody's still really close together on the first lap, which is great. This is good stuff. That's the way it's supposed to be. So everyone climbing the mountain. Chevy having a really good race so far. He's got that nice clean air up through the mountain. So he just needs to drive his race. Don't drive in those mirrors. This was nice with nobody actually watching this live right now because it's so late on the East Coast. It's after midnight on a Sunday. So I could just sit back and lean back in my chair and watch some racing happen and not have to worry about watching the comments. This is great. I should do this more often. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We'll see some people finding this in the morning and be like, ooh. All right, so things still looking pretty good up front. Lamb has made his way up into 5th. Where's Green? There he is. Oh, we got some action. Got some action. Tommy's rolled back a few. Green is up towards, in P6, up towards the front of the pack now. And Tommy is right there. And that is, oh, that's Supermax right behind them from Expendables. I know that he races in VR, so this should be interesting for him. Then there is Tubes up into 9th. Chip Reese has fallen back a little bit. Oh, hang in there. Nice save, Max. Nice save. There's Chip Reese, and Little Mac is... what happened to Little Mac? Hold on, let's go back and find out. Did Little Mac wreck? Oh, yep, he sure did. Let's go. We're going to go back here and take a look here. Did he just get a little loose? Oh, yeah, he just got a little bit loose, although it kind of also looked like maybe he, it also looks like maybe he caught the, could have been like a laggy thing there, because it looked like maybe that was a bump, but there was like 3 feet between the cars, so you never know. But just got a little bit loose there, and so he continues on. So Chevy still leading the race. Shredda not too far behind, just a second or so. Same with Fry. So those three have just kind of said, see you later. And Benjo now has Lamb behind him. This should be interesting. Let's go on board with Lamb as he attacks Benjo for P4. Sorry if I'm not saying the names that are on the screen. I just know who some of the drivers are. And oh, I love the sound of race cars. Doesn't look like much is going to happen there. Let's just check up here. These guys are still spread out pretty good up in first, second, and third. Looks like Benjo may or may not be gaining on Fry. We'll have to keep an eye out. I'm not sure why his livery is being so dumb, because I know this boy has liveries. In fact, he made the Icer livery, so I'm not sure why it's not on his car. The game does some really weird things sometimes. There is Lamb in 5th, Green up in 6th, and Supermex has gotten around Chip Reese. He sits in 7th, Chip in 8th. And he's got Tubes right behind him, one of the MSR drivers. Based on the positioning and points and everything, minus any, we haven't done finished the stewarding yet. We'll hopefully have that finished tomorrow. And see if there's any changes in positions, which would change points, which would change the team championships. But I'm pretty sure that MSR has kind of locked up the team championship for the season. Oh, what's going on there? Who was that? Was that Fry? Oh, Fry had a issue. Let's go back and see what happened with Fry. Oh, yep. Oh, and he tried to throttle through it. Didn't make it work. And Fry drops from 3rd all the way to 9th. He may even lose 10th. No, he should stay at 9th right now. Oh, so look at that. Benjo sits on the podium now, but he doesn't have a huge gap to Lamb, and Green is coming strong now. Look at this. Let's watch on board with Green as he tries to attack Lamb here. One of the 3 Hong Kong drivers that we have now, or maybe is it 4 now? There's Natu, Lamb, Andy, Jur, and what is the other one? I don't remember the other one. No, I think it's just the 3 of them. Andy, Lamb, and Natu. Natu racing under the RWB banner for the finished out the season here. He'll race for RWB in the World Cup as well. And that driver in front, Lamb, and Andy may join along with. So we might have 3 international drivers in the RWB team. So that'll be fun. RWB growing. Yeah, that's just going through the mountain. It's just follow the leader. Now, does he have anything for him here? No. Doesn't get a very good run out of the corner, and so Green is going to have to wait a little longer before he makes this work. He's going to get right up to him, but I don't think he's going to be close enough to get around him. Oh, he's looking inside. Green holds off. He looked like he was going to stick it right up in the middle, or right up in the corner there. He didn't do it. It's good for him. Ooh, this is a fun little battle for 4th happening right here. Let's check back here. Supermex up into 6th. He's got, Chip Reese is a little bit closer than he was before. And look at this. Here come the whole crew of dudes. So Little Mac making a move right now. I want to get the camera out there. Making a move on tubes. Makes it work, but does he make it stick? Let's make sure he gets all the way through there. And he does. So Little Mac up into 8th. Tubes drops into 9th position. Fry's down. Oh, and we got a spinner. We got a spinner. We got a spinner. What happened to Chip? Did he just get the gas? Because man, that happens to me all the time right here. I'll get on the gas too early, too hard. Yep, that'll do it. And then he's gonna have all these cars come flying through, and it is near impossible to turn the car around here. Like he's probably like, "Come on, let me through." All right, so Chevy still leads the race. Not far behind is Shredda, so there is definitely no clear pace leader here up front. Benjo's made some definite strides against Lamb, but that's because Lamb is defending now. He is in defense mode because this RWB driver is attacking, and he's got to drive defensively, and that slows you down. And Benjo's like, you just keep it up, guys. You just keep that up and let me get away. Ooh, these guys are putting on a show. This is some close racing right here. Going defensive. See, Lamb's got to go defensive. He's trying to keep Green from getting around him. And that might be the move. That's going to be a race. Now, Green has the inside to turn 1, but that's not always great at this track because he gets a slow exit. And look who's going to be sitting in that slipstream. But Green up into 4th. Now Lamb has to contend with his potential new teammate if he moves to RWB. The invitation was extended. They hasn't been all finalized yet, but these two may be running the same liveries coming up in the World Cup. That'll be exciting. That'll be fun. All right, so Green moves up into 4th. And his next target is right in front. Ooh, what? Did something happen to Benjo? Because he got really close all of a sudden. They were right there. Did he have a misstep? I'm just going to check something really quick. Did he have a misstep in turn 1? Because they didn't seem that close before. Oh, yeah, he sure did. He wiggled the back end of that car around. That'll do it. All right, so up the hill he comes, and he has got 2 guys duking it out behind him. So up the hill, climb, climb, climb on the gas, sucking fuel. And Benjo's leading this team. 3-way battle for the 3rd position. Hey, what's up, Nigel Big Red? I see that somebody's actually watching. Look at this. Awesome. It's late. You guys need to be getting some sleep. All right. Benjo a little bit in trouble. He was doing pretty good, and he's thrown a couple errors out there, and Green has capitalized on it and has arrived. I still don't understand this whole livery issue. That doesn't make that. He's a livery steward. There's no way he showed up in the race without a livery on his car. So gotta be the guy that's I'm using Shredda's replay, so maybe he didn't collect that, you know. Kind of like the trading paints in iRacing, you know, you gotta have it collected, if otherwise you don't see it. But Green, all in his mirrors, giving Benjo all of the feels, and not the good ones. You could look inside your mirror there in Green's car, and you can see Lamb is back there, but he's not right there. He's got some time, so he can just put the pressure on Benjo, see if he can make something happen here. This is for the podium spot. Shredda and Chevy are just gone. Those two are all the way up the road there, almost into the turn 1. They're going under the sign up their head. But we've seen more than that happen in this on this track over the weekend. Oh, green closing in. I think it's going to be follow the leader up the mountain right now unless somebody makes a mistake. Ooh, like tapping a wall. And there's another tap in the wall, and that is all that Green needed. Green just needed a little bit of overdriving by Benjo, and up into the podium places he goes. Now Benjo is in a quandary. Do I just worry about Green and chase him down, or do I worry about Lamb, who's right behind me? So don't succumb to the pressure, buddy. I mean, the race is already over, so I guess all the good feels I can send aren't going to do anything. But now Green is up into third, and he's got a few cars still behind him. But let's see if he can pull a gap now that he's got some clean air. And Benjo now is going to be hyper-concentrated on what's behind him and less concerned about what's in front of him, which is exactly how it was for him on this lap a lap ago. He was coming down this hill just worried about Green behind him, and now he's got someone else there. Let's see. Oh, comments. Let's see. Should be sleeping. Apartments getting inspected this week. Doing deep cleaning, though. And take a break and watch. There you go. Good. I'm not going to be all lonely. All right. Up front, Chevy comes across, finishes lap 8, or finishes lap 7. And still leads Shredda, but not by a lot. Shredda is still pretty close. It's either one of them's race. That seems super wrong to say it that way. Anyway, Green leads, Benjo leads Lamb, and oh wait, look at this. Little Mac is coming into the picture. Little Mac, who had a spin earlier, has now made his way back up, and now sitting in 6th position. And then back here, Tubes and Supermax. These two were pretty familiar. I know Supermax drives in VR. That's got to be pretty crazy. I would love to do that if I wanted to spend that kind of money on it. And there is Fry. Fry was running in 3rd and had an unfortunate spin, and now has to climb all the way back up. Now he's running the Z4, and we saw the Z4 doing really well. Did really well for Sharky in Lobby 1, and I saw one person running it in Lobby 2. That name will not be mentioned. And then I saw... okay, that's childish. Anyway, so... What's up, Shredda? Man, you know what? Look at this. I mean, look at the side of this car. And look how beautiful that number placard looks, right? Like Pixteca did that, the window banner. Like HyPrix does all these cool things to make this place just freaking look awesome. And I know all of us here, all of the staff at GT Champions are appreciative of that for sure. Lamb is falling off the pace from Benjo, and Little Mac is slowly reeling him in. There he is. We got 1, 2, 3 RWB drivers in the top 6. There's a lot of RWB in this one. And here comes Tubes, and there is Supermax Fry. Tommy is having some issues. He's got Doritos all over his gloves, and he can't seem to get the car to go where he wants. Chip Reese has a lot of work to do. He hit the car so hard his windshield wipers turned on when he hit the wall. Okay, I'm just trying to be funny. Maybe it's not that funny. So Chevy going up the hill, leads Shredda still. Green hasn't really pulled much of a gap on Benjo. I think Benjo's got a renewed sense of vigor and is going to try and keep pace with him. And look at this. I don't even see Lamb. There's Lamb, and now Lamb has Little Mac all over him. Let's watch this drive up through the mountain. Little Mac gets all the way up to him. he going to make a move? Oh, he's gonna. This is not going to end well. Oh, yeah, that is a terrible place to make an overtake from that far back. And he thinks smarter of it and continues on. So, way to go, man. But save it for here, because right here is where you can get the real work done. You get enough speed and stay close, you can have it there. It's a little too far back down Conrad to make that work. He's going to have to probably wait another lap or wait for a mistake to get there. Meanwhile, Green, oh, Benjo gets a little loose. That's going to cost him a bit of time, enough that is going to give Green a little breathing room. Sun is starting to go down. There is darkness upon the track, all over the track now. The track's going to start cooling down. These tires are going to cool down. The grip level's going to change a little bit. Lamb fighting off a charging Little Mac. Little Mac now. It's a drag race. Now, Little Mac does not have enough oomph yet. So this is going to be 2x2 through the corner. And we're going to see who breaks first. Oh, look at that. Oh, that was close. Wow, that was close. That was fun. Let's watch that again. Because that was, look at how Lamb and Little Mac broke a little bit later, but Lamb held the line, it seemed. They both broke about 70. Oh, yeah, he broke at 75. And Little Mac broke a little later, and it looked like maybe they tapped, but it didn't. They didn't touch on my screen that I saw. But that's all right, Little Mac. You've got like 40 more minutes. You can still go to catch him. All right, quick check up front. Chevy's maybe gained a couple of tenths, maybe half a second over Shredda over the last few laps. Chevy representing. And there's Green all by myself. Where the heck is Benjo? Does something happen to Benjo up the hill? I'm just going to check something really quick because he was right behind Green. I guess not. It must have happened earlier on. All right. So Benjo coming down the hill now is quite a ways back from Green. Green is in forced elbow now. And not quite there yet. There he is Benjo. And that means Lamb is not far behind with Little Mac in tow. So, ooh, this has been a pretty decent 20 minutes. There's Tubes. Fry. Oh, Fry's gotten around Supermex. And there's Tommy struggling through the mountain at the moment. Chip has got to gain some time. So back to the front, we got Chevy. Hang on one second, folks. All right, sorry about that. All right, let's see. Nothing changed up here. Chevy and Shredda and Green. Little Mac into the pits early. I guess maybe he's looking at a two-stopper. Did something happen maybe that made him want to pit? He's getting new tires. Okay, maybe he's going to pit early and try to get on the medium tires or something. He's filling up on the fuel. Does he go all the way full? See what he's doing. Maybe he's trying to do a two-stopper. And I don't think the two-stopper is the move here. Everyone has been able to make the soft tires last a full stint, 30 minutes, and then do another 30 minutes. He comes back out on the soft tire, and he's going to come out in front of Tommy, barely, but he'll be in front of him. Full tank of fuel, so I wonder if he's going to try to go the whole distance from here. Guess we'll have to see how it goes. All right, up front, Chevy still Shredda. Not anything changing in the top three, but wait. Where did Oh, no, there's green. Okay. What's missing here? Who was in front of Benjo? I guess I'm just... Oh, I gotta stop smoking crack. That stuff is messing with my brain. I kid, of course. I could have sworn that there was somebody a lot closer to the front of... I guess it was green. So, yeah, Benjo's still sitting in fourth. How do I forget something as simple as that? How does that work? What am I... Oh, it was... No, who was it that was there? Was it Little Mac? Was Little Mac the one that was there and he pit out of order? Maybe that's why I see him... Maybe that's who was supposed to be. I think that's it. I think that was what it was. Okay. I was like, I thought Little Mac was chasing down Lamb, and now I see Lamb chasing down Benjo right here. And now that makes sense. He pit out of order. Okay. That was a little bit weird for my brain. Oh, whoops. Lamb got a little too excited there and held it back. Green is not terribly far ahead of these guys. Oh, green is actually catching Shredder. If that looks right to me. Yes. There's green in the picture now. Okay. Yeah, let's go. We're going to battle for P2 coming up here, people. Shredder is being caught. Actually, I guess technically that means Chevy's being caught too. Green is catching Shredder. And Shredder hasn't really gotten any further away from Chevy, so we might see a three-way battle for the lead here. Certainly a two-way battle for second. Did I just say two-way battle? Duh. That's funny. I make myself laugh. I'm old. I'm allowed to. This is getting close. One wrong move by Shredder, and this guy is going to come and get him. Shredder's still about the same distance from Chevy that I've been seeing him. And now we'll see if Green can catch up there. Let's check back here. So Lamb and Benjo still duking it out for fourth. Guys, I'll tell you, the smoke was just messing with me up here. All these wildfires are burning up everything, and my head is just not dealing with it well. Uh-oh. Let's go back and see that again. I think Benjo tapped the wall. Yep, just enough. And gave Lamb just what he needed. Pardon me. Like I said, this smoke is messing with me. All right. Green is there. He is really close. He's going to be knocking this guy's door in the next lap or two. And Lamb now up into fourth with some clear air. And that, I'll see if that clear air gives Lamb any better pace. Pardon me for 1 second. Ugh, man. Just sneezed my brains out of my head. All right, let's see. Oh, look at this. Here we go. We might see... I'm going to do this view. Nah, this view. Let's see. Does green... Is it close? This is close enough to make an impact on the mountain. A little bit later braking here. Some better cornering there. And he might be able to pull... Look at this gain right here he's just made. So green right up to Shredda now. I forget what the name of this corner is. It's got one. Most of them do. Oh, Shredda gets a little wide there, but does get a good clean exit. Don't touch any walls because green is there to take it from you. Ooh. Green is looking inside. Oh, they're going to make it more. Green makes the pass. What? Dude, okay, guys, we're going to watch this crap again. Look at this. Let's watch it from a different camera angle. Too wide. Too wide and makes it work. That was crazy. I don't know that I've ever seen somebody make a pass right there like that. That just was like centimeters from disaster. All right. RWB 1-2, Shredda in 3, Lamb in 4th, and Benjo in 5th, not far behind Lamb. And look at this, Tubes up into 6th. He's made some marks. Oh, he hit the wall or something because he's got front right end damage. So we'll get that sorted out right about now. There he goes, just in time for the Conrad. So that's good. You don't want to have damage to the front of the car when you're going down there. Supermax, where's Supermax is all by itself. Where is Fry? There he is. Fry was doing a little bit better earlier. He must have hit something or who knows. Now remember, Little Mac is sitting in 9th, but don't discount. He's already done his pit stop. Can he make it the whole rest of the race? Maybe. It's the halfway point is in 30 seconds from now. That we should see some pit stops by a few people. Let's see. Chevy probably going to stay out a little longer. The tires look fine. Fuel looks fine. Green, same circumstance. Shredda also. So we might see who blinks first. It might be smart if Shredda went and pit early, get a fresher set of tires. Although, actually, in thinking about it, he'll have a heavier fuel load and might not be able to. Oh, well, that changes things. Man, that M6 just looks so planted going through this course, right? Like, it doesn't look loose at all, and the Z4 looks pretty well planted too, but like it seems like it wiggles maybe a little bit more through some of the corners. Like it's a little bit more on the edge. It might just be the sheer size of the M6 that is getting me thinking that way. Wait, look at that. There is Chevy and there is Green. Green. Holy mackerel, dude. He's just lighting the track on fire. I'm thinking he's going to catch this guy. All of the RWB guys changed their liveries up a little bit for the final round, and I'm telling you, I like it. I think it looks good. All right, so this battle for P1 is happening soon, in the next lap or two, if Chevy doesn't get his marks good. He's been running 205s, and look at that. There's some 203s and 204s, a lot of them in there. So Chevy is getting around the blue flag traffic right now, but Green's coming, and Chevy has some stuff to worry about. There's Chip Reese. That is lap traffic there, so don't worry about that. Is not for position. But going up the hill now, that lap traffic's going to bide Chevy a little bit of time while Green has to work his way around some lap traffic. Benjo into the pits. Normally I would go there and take a look so we can get a good look at the livery, but he's, for some reason, his car is showing the default. So, no thanks. Green, wow, look, that chip just moves over, smart. And Green now into attack mode, and he's gonna head down the hill to chase his teammate. Shredder not far behind. Lamb's in fourth. So we're gonna see some people pitting out of order. We'll see how it goes. Man, I needed some sleep. Little Mac, remember, he's already pit. I don't know if he can make it the whole way. Fry in the pits, getting his services done. Tommy already pit, and so has Chip Reese. So I wonder when Chevy or Green is going to pit. Boom, there goes Chevy right now. Green says, I'll follow you. I'll see you a pit stop. And Shredder says, I'm going to do the same. They both show up with 12 and 13 liters. Shredder, 13. They all have the same amount. Lamb coming down into the final corner now. Is he going to pit? He might as well. Yep. All the drivers pitting around halfway mark. So they all should pop out around the same time if they don't get too much. So there is Green getting his service done. Chevy getting his service done. And Shredder. There, Lamb is coming to his. Wait, who got out first? Somebody left their pit box. Oh, Supermax is coming through. Okay, Chevy getting fuel. Lamb getting fuel. Okay, Chevy's ready to. Chevy. Oh, Chevy or Green takes off and short fuels to get around. All right, Chevy's fills all the way up. He's going to come out in third. So. Chevy loses the lead to his teammate with the fuel. So we'll see. Green takes. Ooh, Green took just 3/4 of a tank of fuel. Is that going to be enough? I don't know. Chevy is in third. Supermex from Expendables leads the race right now. He still owes a pit stop, but we're going to show him as a leader. So leader, I am Supermex. Green in P2, Chevy's in third. Little Mac, who already pit, is in fourth and right behind him. And what's interesting is Green and Little Mac have the same amount of fuel. So Little Mac's earlier pit puts him right up there in the top 4. And if his fuel and Green's fuel are enough to make it, his earlier pit stop worked. Gave him some clear air and let him catch these guys. I just worry about that fuel. Chevy took a full load of fuel pretty much. But there's Little Mac. Oh no! Dude, what happened? Whoa! Hey, easy now. Not supposed to pull out in front of people. That's how accidents occur. All of that work. He did all of that work to try to get there, and then that happens. All right, Supermax staying out for another lap, so he'll go through the record books as leading another lap. And that would really make sense if we actually kept records on who leads how many laps. The game doesn't calculate it, and I'm not going to go through a race, every single race, to try to figure out how many leaders there were. Green in P2. Chevy a little further back. And there's Shredder coming. He is... Man, that car looks fast. Little Mac in 5th. Will be 4th once Supermax pits. So, considering he's had a couple of mishaps and still be sitting in 5th place is pretty good points. Tubes up to 6th. He can see Little Mac. That should be... oh, and there's Benjo and Lamb again, these two. Oh, okay, so he did a different... Okay. I gotta pay more attention to my own team chat about what's going on. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Let's see. So green has... Wait, hold on a second. I'm going to back up because Mex was leaving, but he didn't pit, did he? I'm going to watch this again because I just noticed he was not... Oh my gosh! What? It's like he didn't remember the corner was there. He might lose another spot to Chevy. Where's Chevy? There he is. Chevy, seeing those yellow flags, is probably like, ooh, what's going on there? So green up to the front. And Supermax just creams into the wall. And he's got it back together. A little bit of damage still. Trying to repair itself. The little Keebler elves inside the hood of the car. They got the front fixed. Now the suspension was fixed, so it's back to working again. And now Chevy has to find his way all the way to green. I honestly think that green has better pace on this course because he was catching Chevy. So my assumption, and this is just being, you know what they say, the first three letters of assumption are, that green was probably going to catch and pass Chevy anyway. His pace has just been much quicker on every lap. He was doing 203s, 204s, and Chevy was doing 205s pretty consistently. So a second or so a lap faster, green was going to catch him. But you never know. Like we say it a million times, catching and passing are two different things. But with all that time, with still 22 minutes left in the race, yeah, that's just going to be a thing. And that little Z4 is just hollering. I could hear it in the background. Just hollering as it goes down Conrad. A lot of RWB cars in Lobby 4. Mostly because these guys ended up missing a race, so they had to all start in Lobby 4. That's just how it works. See? We don't play favorites here at GT Champions, even though most of the staff, not most, many of the staff, including myself, are RWB drivers. No favorites are played during these tournaments. I take my RWB hat off and put my GTC hat on, and I don't care what team you're on. Supermax getting his work done here from Expendables. Some of you guys know of G-Bub in Lobby 2 and 3. Somewhere around in there. So, out he goes. Don't cross that line. Don't cross that line. Yeah, you do not want that 3-second penalty. Fry flying down Conrad. Way behind. So he's sitting in a good 9th place spot for the race. Tommy in 10th and Chip Reese in 11th. These drivers, I believe, are a lap down. There goes green, his last lap at 2:04. Chevy's was a 2:06. Partly because he was following some lap traffic around, I believe. Shredder running 2:06s. So he's going to lose pace to the two RWB guys. But Little Mac is doing, when he's not crashing, he's doing 2:03s, 2:04s. So there's still a chance for him to catch Shredder. I can hear Shredder's engine there. There he goes. So, and he was close to him earlier. So if Little Mac could just keep the car out of the wall and straight down the course, he should be able to catch Shredder and get on that podium. And he's got 19 and a half minutes to do it. Oh my goodness, tonight my wife made dinner, and one of my favorite dinners, bruschetta pasta. So it's like this bruschetta sauce that she gets from Trader Joe's mixed with some spaghetti or some kind of pasta. And then we had these pepper sausages with mozzarella cheese in them and stuff. They were so good. And then my sister-in-law brought over these chocolate chips with pecans in them. Chocolate chip cookies with pecans. I ate way too much. Green into turn 2, starts the hill climb. Chevy hasn't even gotten to turn 2 yet. He's going to hit the braking zone right about now. And there's Shredder on the brakes. And right there in the background, you can see here comes Little Mac. This is looking to be a 1-2-3 RWB in Lobby 4. Little Mac has got to... Man, he would be so much further up the road. The poor guy has had some too many incidents with the car turning around. But to straighten it out and get back up to the podium places, that's a good race. That is a good race to have. He was telling me he had a good race and he wanted to make sure we did a broadcast of it. So I was like, all right, it's the final round. Let's do a little extra work. And then right after this, I'm going to go pass out until the morning. My son's heading off to band camp tomorrow. I got projects to get done. And then I have a short week because we're going on a trip. And I got to drive for... about 18 and a half hours to get to where we're going. Be there for 3 days and drive back. So thank goodness that this series is over and I'm not going to have to worry about it anymore after this week. So I can just relax on vacation. We were able to sneak the BMW Cup in between my my summer trip to Hawaii and my late summer trip to a family reunion. So perfect timing. Doesn't that car sound awesome? Let's go ahead and go on board with Shredder around the track. I want to just hear the car. I might have picked his best lap to do this on. His last lap was his best lap, but man, he is... I mean, we still got to get down the end of Conrad, but... Oh, it sounds so good. There we go. That's heading around. Is that Benjo up in front of him? That can't be Benjo. Is it? No. Who is that in front of Shredder? Is that... Oh, that is Chevy. Okay. So, still did a good lap, Shredder did, but Little Mac did a second or two faster the laps before him. So, it is now time. Little Mac is gaining... And he is dead set on a 1-2-3 RWB. No rhyming intention there, but he is making a move. He is catching up to Shredder. As long as he doesn't spin the car out. Come on, let's go. I believe both of these are pro. Actually, all four of these guys up front are Pro-Am drivers. So I think Shredder is a Pro-Am driver. He might not actually have any designation right now, come to think of it. There it goes. Down Conrad we go. Ooh, let's watch that again. That looked a little dicey. There it is. And the move's moving over. They got to each give each other some space. Oh, yeah. That was... Wow. And there it is. 1, 2, 3. RWB up on the podium. Still, though, Shredder on his case. So it ain't over for Little Mac. And Chevy's right there in front of him. So Little Mac may even catch Chevy. Both of these guys might. Oh, and that was it. Shredder going to be out of the slipstream now after that wiggle. It's going to be a little harder to catch up. He needs that slipstream to keep that Z4 on the back of that M6, but we'll see how it works. But Little Mac up to third. Here comes Chevy up the hill, and you can see Little Mac and Shredder right there in the background. Green is at the top of the hill, and it's still a bit before Chevy gets there, so Green is definitely outpacing. Green's been doing 204s and 203s. These are 205s. Chevy's just very consistent in those 205s and the high 205s. Little Mac running the 204s, so if he's doing a second a lap faster and he's about 3 or 4 seconds behind, there's plenty of time. There's still, 3 or 4 laps. There's about 4 laps left in the race, so Little Mac could catch Chevy if he tries really hard. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,004. Okay, so he's about 4 seconds or so behind, and he needs means he needs 4.5 or 4 laps or 3.5 laps to catch Chevy. Based on what their times are, they're about 1 second apart. So I don't know. Does Little Mac have it in him to get there? The interesting thing is Chevy has plenty of fuel. Still a half a tank of fuel. Little Mac is just over a quarter tank, so he might have enough to get there. But Chevy has enough to defend for a while. This should get really good. Oh my goodness! Hang on, I gotta blow my nose. These smoke stuff. Hang on. Hey, Truth. How's it going? Good to see you. All right, so up front, Green just way gone. That's way gone. He's catching more lap traffic up ahead of him. Chevy about 10 seconds behind. But Green Chevy is being caught by Little Mac a little bit at a time. No pun intended. And Shredder may be gaining on him too. Shredder's been running some higher lap times, though. I don't think Shredder's gonna get to Chevy, but I think Little Mac's gonna, and he's really close. 9.5 minutes left in the race. Tubes in 5th. He's got a pretty solid spot. Just keep it together and get that 5th place finish. And Benjo down into 6th. He does have, him and Lamb have been either in front or behind one another this whole race. Short of, I think, the pit stop. They've been around each other the whole time. There is Supermax in 8th. And then out by himself, there is Fry and Tommy and Chip Reese. Chip Reese has actually got the leader approaching right now. Green is definitely outclassing this field by a second a lap. Chevy, his last lap was a 205, a high 205. Nope, a low mid 205. All 205s every single lap. Little Mac just turned a 203, and he was doing 204s all that lap behind. He is going to catch that car up in front of him. He's going to catch him. Does he have enough time? That's the trick, right? Can he get there in time? And that's what I want to see. I'm so excited. You know what? I did the podium pictures and all that stuff for him, but I did those like 24 hours ago when I was half asleep. So I don't even remember what they were. So I'm excited because I don't know how this turns out. I'm pretty sure Green's going to win this one. I mean, duh, he's way up there. Unless he runs out of gas or just something dumb. But he's got the same amount of fuel as Little Mac. So I don't see that being a problem. 8 minutes left. Oh, Chevy. Little Mac is showing up in all my camera angles when I'm looking at your car. Or a good chunk of them. Right here, he's going to see pop into the screen. There he is. Oh, no. What are you going to do? Oh, so Chevy puts on the gas. Sets his best lap so far. It's not purple, but his best lap so far. Little Mac, a 2:02.7 is the fastest lap of the race. That bonus point will go to him, probably. Unless somebody beats it out, but I haven't seen anybody do a sub 203 in this lobby yet, so Little Mac is on the frickin' charge, people. Look at that. This is awesome. This is awesome. Yes, I need Little Mac to catch Chevy and then battle it out. Do I want Little Mac to beat Chevy? I'm going to take off my RWB team hat and say, I just want to see a battle. I really don't care who wins. If I put my RWB hat on, I do have one of them as, a favorite, but I'm not going to say which one. That would just be dumb. All right, there is Green up the hill, way ahead. Chevy into turn 1 now. We have 7.5 minutes or 6.5 minutes left. That's about 3, almost 4 laps. There is plenty of time for Little Mac, who just did a 2:04.6. Oh, look at that. Chevy did a 2:04.2, so actually Chevy lost 4/10 to Chevy on that lap. Chevy's like, crap, I need to get going. So Chevy's pushing it now. Chevy's got way better tires. Little Mac pit like at what, minute 23 or something like that of the race. So he is driving on really old tires. He's been driving these tires for 30 minutes already. Chevys are much newer, but that doesn't seem to be bothering him. Oh, this is good. This is so good. Oh, Chevy and Little Mac. These two are putting on a clinic of how to make a race exciting. So here comes Chevy in P2. Wants that P2 spot. Little Mac says, but I want it too. Shredder out of the picture. He's way back there. Left these guys alone. All right, let's check in really quick. Tube still in 5th. Lamb has gotten around Benjo again. But, these two have been battling it out all day. I like to see it. Supermax in 8th. Tommy in 9th. Fry in 10th. I think Tommy's got the leader coming up on him, or P2. Who's that coming up to him now? I want to say that's... nope, it's not. It was Green. That's Green coming up to him. All right, Chevy. You're in trouble, son. Little Mac is there. It is now time. We're going to keep an eye on this one. Up the hill. Little Mac just needs to be patient. Don't push the issue. Don't force the issue. You've still got 4 minutes left. Just follow him through. Wait till you come out of Forest Elbow and just get the run, and then make the pass down Conrad. That's the best, safest way to get around somebody. Through the top of the hill, not so much. So you need to get a little closer. You need to close that gap by half the distance, especially by the time you get to Forest Elbow. So, oh, yellow flag. Who's yellow flag? Who's the yellow flag? I don't see anybody. I think whoever it was has fixed their yellow flagness. Yellow flagness? What the crap am I saying? Oh, there are some days I just should not be broadcasting. There it is, right there. Get that better run. Actually, Chevy gets a little bit better exit there. But with the slipstream, Little Mac should be right up to him about the end of Conrad. So it's going to take another lap to make this work. He's getting there, but it's going to be way too late. And that's going to cause issues for both team members. Under 3 minutes. So this is their... Well, they're going to go into their penultimate lap now. All right, so into their penultimate lap with just 2.5 minutes to go. Does Chevy have enough to keep Little Mac at bay? Little Mac having the drive of his life after spinning the car and wrecking the car and doing all these things. He's making his way back up, and he is so close. Chevy on his best lap so far. So he is trying as much as he can to keep this guy behind him. This P2 battle is pretty fun, y'all. I like it. Up front, Green is just like, yeah, whatever. I'm going to go down the hill now. You guys can keep fighting while you go up the hill. I got nothing to worry about with you two. And really quick, Shredda's still sitting in fourth. He's got nothing really to worry about. Tubes, oh, wait, look at this. Lamb and Tubes is right in front of these guys. So there's a three-way battle for fifth coming up potentially. This battle with 6th and 7th is not going away. This is pretty awesome. Okay, so wait, who had a penalty? Oh, that was Tommy. Okay, hold on. Little Mac. Oh no, Little Mac made the pass. Okay, we're gonna go back and watch this. Let's go on board with Little Mac and find out what happened here. Oop, a little tap on the wall. That's all it took. And those are my sound effects of race cars. Little Mac up to P2. And I don't think Chevy's going to have anything for him. Chevy's got a little damage now. He's out of the slip. We're under 2 minutes. There's going to only be one more lap left. And Chevy it was a matter of time anyway. I mean, well, I say anyway. That doesn't seem fair to Chevy. Little Mac was all over his case, and probably he would have gotten around him on Conrad or something. He just had more pace per lap. Although Chevy did 2:04s the last 3 laps, the best laps of his life, and Little Mac was doing 2:03s and 2:04s. So who knows? It could have mattered. All right, Green comes across the line now, and that is going to be this will be his white flag lap. Little Mac is going to come across and have hit the start of his last lap right there. Chevy is going to come across, start his last lap. And where's Shredda? There's Shredda. Shredda's going to go into his final lap, lap 29. Now, you know who's not going to get their last lap? Is going to be this driver here, Tubes. He's going to come home in 5th position, I think. The timer's going to run out. Well, actually, he might get through for one more lap, which will seal the deal for 5th place for him. So he's got one more. Lamb might even get through there. Does Lamb get through? Lamb, nope. Gets the checkered flag at 6th place. Benjo in 7th. Supermex will come down into the final corner, and he will come across in 8th. So we'll go ahead and catch him coming across. Get that checker flag for Supermex. And then we're going to get back up to the front and see where everybody is. So Supermex comes across in 8th. There we go. All right. Green coming down the hill now. Little Mac has just put a huge gap to Chevy. I don't think he thinks he's going to catch the leader. There's no possible way he's going to catch the leader in the last lap, but he's going to try. Chevy in 3rd, Shredda in 4th, and Tubes in 5th. So all of the battles are done. Everyone is pretty well spread out unless somebody has a mistake. So let's follow Green down the hill into the final chicane. Well, I call it a chicane because it kind of acts like one. He's getting a little out of focus, getting a little excited, going into the grass, under the Armor All Bridge, into the final corner, and RWB's Green is going to take the checkered flag here in the final round of the BMW Cup. Congratulations, dude. Woot, woot, woot. And Green comes across and takes the win. Little Mac is coming through. Wait a minute. There's Little Mac. That is... Oh, those guys were fighting for last. That's funny. Little Mac is going to come across in P2, maybe. Oh, he runs out. Did he run out of gas? Chevy gets P2. What the heck happened to Little Mac? Hold on a second. Why did he stop? I don't know why he stopped. Was he letting his teammate have the points? I don't know what is going on there. And someone's going across backwards. Okay. Tubes comes across. Little Mac comes across in 4th for some reason. I don't know what that was all about. And Tubes will come down here and we'll get him into 5th. That was some confusing end of the race. I don't know what that was all about. Someone's going to have to explain that one to me. But Tubes will come across in 5th. What was Little Mac doing? I don't understand that. I wonder if he had a glitch or something. But anyway, Green, that's your winner. That is your big winner. Oh, that was fun, right? That was good stuff. I had a good time watching it. So there. Y'all have seen it. It's over. The BMW Cup is over until the next season that we run the next single make manufacturer. We've done the Porsche Cup a couple times. We've done the BMW Cup. We might do something a little bit different next time around. We'll see how it goes. Thank you all for hanging out with me. And this old man, he's going to go to bed now. But before I do, thanks, HyPrix, for all you do. This whole season, you've made it look amazing. You've given us everything we needed to make this look as professional and awesome as possible. So thank you, guys. Shout out to you for that. And don't forget, for those of you that want to play, coming up on Tuesday, that 70 show for J-Rod in the Gentleman's GP. Go check it out. Go have some fun. You're going to really enjoy it. And Midweek Madness will not be happening this Thursday because I won't be here. So it will be skipping a week. So everyone's going to take a week off of Midweek Madness this week. Sorry. That's just how it's going to be. But until later, stay tuned for all the good funs and the good giggles and the good laughs. And appreciate you all coming. Have a great one. Bye now.